Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Device show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story today, we are boasting because the UAE has dominated the world's global safety rankings with 5 cities in the top 10.
The UAE thwarts 200,000 cyber attacks daily.
We're super excited because an Irish rock band, the Corrs, is coming to Dubai.
And Dubai is offering golden visas to content creators.
Speaking of content creators, at about 8:50 we've got one of the best. Raghda is going to be joining us, talking about relatability, humour and what makes her tick.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny, weather between 14 and 23 Celsius.
Before we get into all of that, TikTok, is it coming? Is it going? Do we care? You care?
I kind of care because I feel like most of the TikTok humor is from the Americans. So I don't want them to leave.
Is it all them?
They're so funny.
Funny, but like imagine if we didn't, imagine our life. You see, everyone's upset about it, but like life would be better spent.
Without it,
this is not the time, right? Because we're going to have like an amazing TikToker come on the show. So we'll miss it. Is it going though?
I'll miss it. But I think, isn't it back? Like they brought it back after 16 hours.
Yeah, he said, what? 90 days he's going to think about it, Mr. Trump, in the inauguration.
He's not going to keep it down. I think it was just like a little thread. He's like, take.
It's just a TV.
That's it.
And then in that little moment when it was down,
a lot of content creators came out with that little secret trend. I'm sure everyone saw it on their feeds.
No.
Did you see any of them? So
I heard about it.
Big content creators would come out because they were with the caption of, since TikTok is going to get banned, and with that trending TikTok audio that said, since we're all going to die. And they reveal a secret that they've been lying to their followers. Some of the fitness creators, which we're not sure if it's true, they came out and said that they actually had a BBL. So
sorry, what's a BBL?
So basically it's just to make your body look the perfect.
Oh wait, it's surgery.
Yeah, it's surgery. So their whole fitness journey and everything that they're promoting might be fake.
But they're not, sorry, but like they're not going anywhere. They're like what would happen is everyone who's on TikTok moves to a different app. All of the creators go
all
there
the creators
too.
go there.
You look for all the people that you followed.
Yeah.
So why would they share their deepest, darkest secrets?
That's a good question. But a lot of them, their big following is on TikTok instead of Instagram. Because if you, I'm every single, like for example, I follow some creators, like American creators on TikTok. If you go to their Instagram, it's just mostly pictures. But on TikTok, it's actually their content, their videos. So it's funny to watch them on TikTok.
But America is a TikTok country for sure. Yeah. But even here, like we've got Raghda coming on the show. She's got 6 million followers on Instagram, but 68 million likes on TikTok. And I feel like people prefer TikTok.
Yeah, because honestly, it's like my safe space. TikTok is my safe space because it's fun, it's relatable, you know, it's not perfect, it's not too aesthetic. You know, whenever I want to wind back, I only open TikTok, not Instagram. Instagram gives me a little bit of anxiety for some reason.
Yeah, facts. And when that ban happened, as a TikTok fan here, obviously the ban wasn't going to happen here, but you said it would change the game because there's so many American TikTokers.
Yeah, I'm going to miss them.
So did you go onto the Chinese app or? I saw all the videos of like, hey, nice to meet you, welcome to our app.
Did you see some people, like, they came out, they were so funny. There's this content creator who came out, he's like, I'll screen record my For You page for the Americans for $70.
Yeah,
that's a good one, but they're back now.
It's back, 90 days and then TBC. Someone will
TBC.
buy it, Mr. Beast or Elon Musk.
Probably.
Or
Elon Musk, it's definitely Elon Musk. And then he's going to make us pay for it. I'll die.
I don't think people would pay a lot of money for these yet. No. I think we're not, I think maybe in future you would pay for like privacy and stuff, but not yet. I don't know.
Would you pay for TikTok?
No.
I would. If the Americans are on it.
You would?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, what do you watch more, TikTok or Netflix? And what would you rather spend your money on? Probably TikTok.
Probably TikTok. You know, I'd give myself like a time limit.
Yeah.
If it's paid based on time basis, I'd give myself a time limit. 2 hours a day.
Right. I think we'd all have like a sharp awakening if it was like 2 hours a day and then we were going way overboard. Anywho.
Like a mobile data kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then you'd be like, okay, I'm using this way too much. Zubair is saying the metro is stuck for 25 minutes. We love your updates coming through. What I would do in a metro stuck situation is check on to RTA because they're so fast with getting back to people when there's issues, and they'll probably give you an alternative route. This is TikTok behind me. Let's jump into our top stories. Love this one so much. The UAE dominates global safety rankings with 5 cities in the top 10. So I read this ranking once and then I had to read it again. This is the list of the world's safest cities. And I know we always talk about how the country is safe, but I genuinely did a double take when I saw this list.
So Numbu looks at 382 cities to find the ranking. And should we read the top 10?
Yeah.
What are the top 10? Okay. I'm guessing Netherlands, right?
Yeah. What? How did you get that?
It's always on the top 10.
No, we are always on the top 10.
Sorry.
UAE. So thank you, Numbio, for data crunching. Netherlands, well, The Hague is number 9. I don't know how you got that. Munich is 10.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then it just goes right into Middle East countries. So you've got Muscat at number 8, Ajman, which is a city, Doha, 6, Taipei, Taiwan at 5, and then the 4 safest cities in the world. I kid you not, this is not created in the UAE. This is not a positive piece by us to you. This is from a Serbian website called Numio. They data crunch all the time, and the current safest cities in the world are Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi.
UAE ranks top 4.
Wild! Like, I know we always talk about it, but like, you know.
But you know what? I feel like you don't need a survey to tell you that UAE is one of the safest countries in the world.
But I like that the rest of the world can now see that there's numbers behind our shouting and our kind of... Let's keep it on the low, we don't want. Because we don't want more people to come, I know. I know. Because safety is everything.
Safety is everything. You know, a lot of issues happen in the UK. We've been hearing this famous athlete was stabbed. The James...
Vince cricketer moving here because his house was...
Because his house was... So it makes sense why people are looking for safety now. And since UAE is ranked on all top 4, I'm assuming a lot of people will do...
Numio crime index, but it actually brings us into our next story quite nicely because the world is more dangerous, maybe because of the media, but becoming more apparent, and the UAE issued a report separate to the safety report that it's thwarting 200,000 cyber attacks daily.
Oh my God.
From around the world, terrorist cyber attacks coming into the world, and the UAE Cyber Security Council revealed that they're actually tackling 200,000 daily. Can you even comprehend? These attacks come from cyber terrorist groups from 14 countries, all of whom have been tracked and identified by the UAE.
These cyber terrorist attacks targeted several sectors, with the government sector leading at 30%, the financial banking sector at 7%, and the education sector at 7% as well. The technology, aviation, and hospital sectors at 4% each. The remaining sectors accounted for 44% of the total cyber terrorist attacks.
So those are the industries, but how are the attacks happening, you might ask? The attacks vary, including attacks on information technology and infrastructure, which accounted for 40% of the attacks. There's also file sharing attacks at 9%, and also database vulnerabilities at 3%.
Other types of attacks include scanning and login attempts at 15%, unauthorized access at 15%, phishing at 10%, illegal activities and web attacks at 11%.
And unfortunately, it's only going to get worse. The Council anticipates that the current year will witness continued cyber attacks with the adoption of modern and advanced technologies by entities. These attacks will range from traditional, like phishing, which we've had for years, and social engineering, to newer, more complex cyber attacks using AI, which are harder to detect without more advanced techniques. Everyone watching this show, if you could raise your hand and say, have you been aware of an attack? Do you or someone you know, have you been targeted by an attack? We'd all say yes.
Yeah.
And it's clear, right? 200,000 daily.
That's a lot, by the way. I feel like I'm living in my own bubble because I don't think this through at all.
What do you mean?
Because it never happened to me. I did come across scam websites though. And I did put one of my credit cards in one of those scam websites, but I immediately canceled the card. But for some reason, I was just going on about my day, not worrying about any cyber attacks because of the safety.
But it's so common.
It's so common.
We got a message. Did I tell you this yesterday? Recently, we got a message from someone complaining about Fix chocolate. Everyone knows Fix chocolate. They said, we've spent 500, 600 dirham on this chocolate, and Fix haven't sent us the chocolate. They sent us.
Oh my God.
They sent us the photos of the website, and it was chocolate without an H.
So it's chocolate?
Fix chocolate.
Fix chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
So it was a scam website. No, but the Fix, it looks so real. And Fix constantly have to remind people they're only available on Deliveroo. They don't have a website that's selling to you. Because I've seen those. I've seen those half-price chocolates, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. It's so good. I love it so much, and I don't want to spend that much money on it. And then I click it.
And it's a scam.
And it's a scam.
And it's a scam. Also, I feel like a lot of tourists need to be aware of those scam websites, because I remember I received a message like a while back. This tourist person was telling me there's this website where it scams people for going to the Dubai frame. So it charges them double the price.
Yes.
But because they don't know the actual price, it's really cheap. They charge them double the price, and they take a lot of money out of their bank account. So I felt really, really bad for her, but I just couldn't help. I'm like, maybe you need to tell the police. Like, I'm not really the right authority. Just immediately tell the police. They'll take the site down, hopefully.
Right.
That's a new initiative that they're doing. So immediately tell the police, inform the police, so this website can be taken down.
Dubai Police app have a section called Dubai Eye where you can put all of your concerns and reports.
And they respond back, by the way.
I
did put one of my responses, and they respond back immediately. Like, okay, we'll take this into consideration. We'll file a report and whatever, and we'll get it through. So they do listen. So.
True. You know what the scary thing is, though, is that as a person, it makes me nervous. However, imagine the responsibility. Like, the report shared that 30% of government entities are being targeted daily. And as an entity, as an infrastructure, as a bank, as an education system, you are holding so much data.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of responsibility.
You have everyone's passwords.
Literally, everyone's money.
Everyone's money.
Personal information.
Personal information, and you have to make sure that that's up to date. So there's the government, and then there's also the responsibility that every business has to protect people's information. So I would imagine like cyber safety is going to be such a hot topic in the next couple of years.
Thank God we're in media.
Why?
Because we don't have to worry about any cyber attacks. And being so responsible for a lot of...
Well, we have had people send us fake stories.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That has happened.
Yeah, multiple times, actually.
Let's not give any ideas. Okay, let's jump into our next story. No fake stories here. We're super excited about this one. Irish rock band The Corrs are coming to Dubai.
So, have you heard this line? You wear those shoes and I wear that dress. Oh. It's every single early 2000 rom-com movie.
It's every single wedding song.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's every single TikTok or Instagram aesthetic video song.
I love that.
I love it so much.
You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress.
It's so cute. So it's time to fall in love again because they're coming to Dubai. The Corrs are bringing their Talk on the Corners tour in the Coca-Cola Arena on February 6, 2025. So sing your heart out to timeless hits like Runway, Breathless, and What Can I Do, as Ireland's legendary siblings take the stage with their signature mix of pop rock and Celtic charm.
Ireland. Great for music. And here's the big news. This tour celebrates the first ever vinyl release of their iconic Talk on Corners album. So expect to see Andrea, Sharon, Caroline to remember.
So tickets are selling out, so don't wait. So grab your website.
Check it. As always, I seem to never run yes to this, and not only are their songs iconic tunes, they're also just fabulous at harmonizing. Like they're so good.
Cute. They're so nostalgic for some reason. I just know, like I think Breathless, I've heard it before, but I love the song You Wear Those Shoes and Kiss Me. It's such
a tune as well. Actually, the rules for music is we're not a radio show, but I think we can get away with 6 seconds.
Let's do it.
Let's see. 6 seconds of Breathless.
Just to get people.
That's all we can do to get in trouble. That's all we're allowed.
Just to get you hyped up for this event. I feel like it's such a, it's going to be a nice, calm, mellow event. It's not really mellow, but it's just fun. Nostalgic. It's very nostalgic.
So get your tickets. Coca-Cola Arena website. Excited. I can see Raghda behind the scenes. We're going to have our interview shortly, but before we get there, we're going to talk about why the UAE is a great place for content creators.
So Dubai is offering golden visas to content creators. Dubai is now welcoming content creators with open arms through its expanded golden visa program. This initiative offers 10-year renewable residency permits to social media influencers, artists, podcasters, animators, and advertising firms.
That is a 10-year visa I'd like to get my hands on. The newly opened Creators HQ at Emirates Towers, no less, will be their go-to new space, providing resources like a $40 million, 146 million dirham fund to help with visa applications, relocation services, and business registration.
So with a strong partnership with Meta, TikTok, and X, the program opens up new doors for content creators to expand their reach, connect with industry leaders, and build successful career in one of the world's vibrant cities.
This is so interesting and so amazing. So they just had the 1 billion summit, where they brought about 300 creators from all over the world to the city, and everyone who spoke at that event was given a golden visa, and it's so smart.
It's really, really smart. You know what I was saying the other day? I was saying like Dubai feels the new LA. You know how every single actor, every single influencer and blogger would go to LA to make a living? I feel like everyone's coming to Dubai right now.
That's it. We spoke to someone on the show.
Yeah, it's the hottest spot in the world now.
Faxies.
Dubai is the hot spot. The place to be.
And it's interesting because you can tell people to come, but when you actually see the shift of people choosing Dubai over New York or over LA, you're like, oh.
But I like the content creators because they bring like a lot of nice positive vibes to the city.
Interesting. Yeah. Someone said the very same from the $1 billion summit, is that it was there's something about content creators that they tend to be positive.
Yeah, they're always happy and they're always smiling and they're always smiling.
It's so true. Like there is that energy, and that actually brings a positivity, an unforced positivity that you don't always get in cities. There's something about, why is that about content creators? It's always positive energy.
I think it's just, I feel like because they have a sense of responsibility to their followers, you know? Like, you don't open Instagram and you don't open social media to get depressed.
Yeah.
So you go on to watch your favorite content creators. They bring you a little bit of happiness.
And they want to be authentic too.
They want to be relatable.
You do get the difficult stories. So like every now and then they're going through something, they'll share something, but then at the same time, the majority are positive. And if you balance the positive versus negative, I would say it's always going to be at least 80% positive, and probably 20% negative, but it's because you don't want to, as a person, no offense to influencers and content creators, but if there's too much complaining going on, or if there's too much I'm a victim, because you don't want to hear about someone else being a victim. You actually go on to remove yourself from the negative energy. You go on for I don't know. You just.
It's like an escape, though.
It's an escape.
Also, like when they share anything that's relatable to their audience, they try to put it in a positive way to get people going. For example, if you see something on internet that you relate to, they kind of give you like a sort of advice, like, "Oh, I'm not the only one that's going through this," and you feel stronger.
So true.
You feel like happier. It's like, "Oh, I'm not the only one," because we tend to fall into this victim mentality. So when you see others that they can relate to it, it just makes you feel better about yourself, and they tend to give you a little bit of advice or how to get through this. So we kind of thank the content creators for their efforts. We should. Their positivity is our friend.
We thank you for your efforts. But actually, interesting, you won't need to look at them all online right now because they're moving to Dubai. It's 8:50, which means it's time to welcome our next guest. We are so excited to welcome Raghda on the show. We're talking humour, relatability, and what makes her tick. She'll be joining us after this very short break. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Raghda. She's got the humour, the relatability, 6.1 million followers on Instagram, 68 million likes on TikTok. People cannot get enough of her viral comedy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you for having me. I love Lovin Dubai.
Really?
I always see you guys. Like, I always see what you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you so much. So tell us, how did it all start? What inspired you to start posting online?
So I started with Snapchat, actually. I was in the US. I was studying like for college there. And I don't know, I was just on my own, very like by myself. So I was like, you know, I just want to start doing stuff like on Snapchat. And I just started with my friends, like doing like funny stuff and like challenges and like comedy stuff. And then everybody was like, open your account, like you're very funny, you should like open your account, you're gonna have like a lot of followers, I bet. So that's what I did. I opened it and it's just started booming from there.
So you started with Snapchat and then moved on to different platforms?
Yeah, and then I went on to Instagram. It was like when Instagram didn't even have like stories yet.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that.
The
like,
OG, the OG days.
17, yeah, it was only like pictures and I was like, I'm gonna open my account on Instagram? That's so weird to me, like how am I gonna do that? So yeah, I opened it and then like I started on Instagram. And after like a year, I started YouTube.
So for people watching, how did life with Raghda come to life?
Life with Raghda. Okay, so I really wanted to do like long form content, and Instagram and Snapchat wasn't enough. So, and I always used to watch this YouTuber, Liza Kouyoumdjian. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah, I remember. She was so funny.
I used to love her.
I loved her
because I felt like I
yeah.
felt like her personality was like mine almost.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to do that also. I could do that. So yeah, she was like my inspo actually, and that's how I started YouTube actually. Yeah.
So basically, mostly relatable content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you say that your parents were always supportive of you posting online and being a content creator?
Ooh, actually, my dad didn't know until like 2 years after I started.
How'd you hide 2 years?
Yeah.
When people start recognizing you in the street, it's like, I don't know.
No, it was even worse. I wish it started like that. He was like watching TV and like he like put YouTube on TV. And one of my like videos came up like on his YouTube channel.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and he was like, "Why is my daughter on my TV right now?" Because like in 2000,
my gosh.
you could say 2019. Yeah, in 2019, like parents didn't even know what like an influencer was.
It wasn't a
the
big
only
thing,
popular
right?
people were like artists, you know, like actors, but like social media wasn't a thing by then. So he was very confused and very mad. He didn't understand it. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took him a while to understand like the whole concept of
What was your excuse for that? Like, what did you say?
My mom helped a lot with that. Yeah, she was like, listen, this is a job. It's not just for fun. Like, you know how to convince your parents that no, it's not going to be just like this. Don't worry. There's going to be like work after it. But at that time, I really didn't care about work. I just wanted to like enjoy social media. But that's how we kind of convinced him. But now he's my number one fan. You know?
Oh, that's good.
He's your number one fan now. Why at the beginning do you think that you couldn't tell him?
I don't know, because I know like he's like a tough dad, you know, like the old mindset. So I didn't think that he was gonna accept it, to be honest. I don't know. My mom was like full supporter the whole time. But like when it comes to dads, it's kind of a little bit harder to like explain to them, you know. And because you're a girl, you're his daughter. Like he wants to protect you. So I didn't know like how to approach the whole thing, because it wasn't common. Like if I started in 2000, let's say 21, okay, it was easy to tell him. He would have a background about it, you know. Sure. But in 2017, like what was an influencer? There wasn't something called an influencer at that time. So yeah, it was like a hard kind of thing, but
brave
now.
So who was your biggest supporter? Who was your biggest supporter from the get-go, from the start?
Definitely my mom.
Nice. She's the one who convinced you.
Yeah, definitely. She was my manager actually in the beginning also. She like opened my emails and she's like, listen, you have this brand that's contacting you. This brand.
Oh, she's so
yeah, she was like holding everything for me. She used to come with me to everywhere. Yeah.
How does that happen? So like so many people watch the show who would like to start a life of being a content creator. And it just seems like brands are reaching out to you, but when does that transition happen? Like at what point did it go from I've posted a funny video
to like it's a serious business?
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, for me, because I didn't start social media for work, I actually don't even like remember when the like business mindset started on social media. Yeah. It was just like I used to accept like brands giving me products or whatever, and I would post like regularly, like everybody starts. But nowadays, like influencers are like, no, if you send me, you need to pay, you know?
Yeah.
So in that time, it just started like this, like because you didn't understand what like was business for like an influencer at that time, because there wasn't something like that. So I think after 2020, that's when it really started like.
Like licensing and stuff like that.
Business kind of thing for influencers. Especially because I boomed like a lot from a show. I was on like not a reality show, but like a competition show. So after that, like I started getting a lot of like followers and a lot of brands contacting me. So I was like, okay, listen, I think I need to like have a manager right now, like a pure manager. So that's when I talked with Humour, which is my manager now, and he started like accepting all of the business kind of stuff, all of the like talking with clients, and from that point, 2020, where like I started not using social media, but like like I don't know what's the right word, but like getting out of social media, you know. Like not just for content. Okay, it's my business now. I could use my platforms for like to make my own business also. So yeah, that's when I started.
Did you study media in university?
I studied the business and advertising, yeah.
It's always interesting to hear, like, whenever you ask a content creator, it's always a different major that they study. It's either medicine, it's
I know, right?
engineering, pharmacy.
Pharmacy, dentistry, like, it's always like that.
Yeah, no, I started with business and advertising, yeah.
And give us a bit of your background, like where you're from, where you grew up, and how you ended up in Dubai.
So this is always a tricky question because nobody understands, like, where are you from? So my dad is Lebanese Armenian. But I don't speak like Lebanese, I speak Jordanian because my mom is Jordanian. So everybody who like talks with me, they're like, oh, you're Jordanian. I'm like, yeah, I'm Jordanian, but I'm Lebanese Armenian. They're like, why don't you speak Lebanese though? Yeah. So I lived in Jordan for like 10 years, that's why also. And I was born in the US.
Born in the US?
Yes.
10 years?
Yeah.
And then...
Okay, so born in the US for 10 years. We lived for 10 years in the US. And then my parents decided to move to Jordan for a safer life and everything. So we went back to Jordan for 10 years also. And then I went back to college to the US for like 3 years. And then back to Jordan for another 3 years. And now in Dubai.
So how would you compare your life, American, Jordan? Was it different? Did you like it? How did you enjoy it?
I did not like living in the US. I didn't like it. Because like when you have a Jordanian or like an Arab mindset, it's really hard to like live in the US.
Yeah.
People are different, like friends are different. The way like you treat, like not treat people, but like the way you're with your group is different than the way you are in like an American mindset. That's what I like realized. I couldn't.
There's a saying that I've heard a lot of people say it. I'm too Arab for the West. I'm too West for the Western for the Arabs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So did you feel like that?
Yeah. I couldn't.
Was it hard for you to blend in with?
It was so hard. Yeah, because like even when I was in the US, I met like the one time I started like enjoying the US is when I met like an Arab friend.
Yeah.
She was she was like in the US also with me. So it's hard because, you know, like when you want to mingle with people, you need somebody to understand you, like to understand your background, your language. So it was really difficult for me to like be with the American kind of culture thing.
Was that the push that gave you to start posting online?
On social, yeah. I was alone I was alone a lot. So when I started on social media, it was so nice to like mingle with Arabs and people and like from my community. So yeah, I enjoyed it so much. It took me out like out of everything like I was going through, in the US. So I loved it.
So what was the style of videos that you were posting then? It was all comedy, or was it kind of relatable to Arab culture?
Actually, it was pure comedy. Like I didn't even used to like dress up or no, it was just pure comedy. Yeah.
So what was your first most viral video?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Like at that
really
time,
interesting.
So I have a couple. Like there isn't like one video that made me go like viral. You know, it was like video after video, video after video. But like I have one pinned on my Instagram. It was one that I did. I don't know. Like I need to show you. I can't explain it. I have to show you.
It's pinned.
Yeah, it is pinned.
We got it.
Okay, so I have this one with Anwar.
40 mil.
Yeah. It wasn't the one that made me go viral, but it's the most one I got views on.
Okay, I can see now.
It's basically like relatable kind of content.
Anwar is really big in the US, like for Arabs.
We also did a video on his account. I don't know if you saw, it's like the bags where he has like one little bag and I have like 1,000 bags. Yeah, that one went also viral. I think it almost reached like 200 million also.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a really successful collab.
Those numbers are just
are crazy. I was even surprised. I was like, why is this video moving so much? It was so fun actually. That was funny.
And like social media, as we all know, we spoke about the pros of social media before you came on actually, because we do think there's a lot of positivity, there's also a bit of negativity.
Oh, of course.
What was it like maybe at the beginning to see comments roll through? Because I think when you get a video that's got millions of views, you're always going to have positive and negative. How was it like dealing with kind of negativity and different viewpoints then?
So for me, actually in the beginning, because I was very young, it was very hard for me to accept. Like I didn't get a lot of bad comments because in that time also, like in 2017, there wasn't there wasn't like a lot of eyes on content creators or like what they do. It was just like fun and games. So basically my whoever was following me was not like there for like bullying, you know?
Yeah.
But like year after year, when you start getting more eyes on you, that's where it started getting harder for me, because I started having like people from not just my followers, like followers from other content creators, followers that don't even know me, that just added me, so they don't even know like who I am, so they start judging you on spot. It was really hard actually. But you get used to it. You need to have like tough skin for social media. You need to accept that like it's okay. Everybody has their opinion. Nobody like is gonna love you all the time. Nobody's gonna like, people sometimes don't relate to you, so they don't like your lifestyle. So I started like accepting it. So now I really don't care, actually.
Were you first like that, like in accepting it, or it was difficult?
In the beginning, no, it was hard for me, yeah. I used to like delete comments, block people, you know, putting all that effort, so I just don't want to see anything. But now it's just like, it's okay. I understand.
It's
okay.
so interesting because we post about people a lot on Lovin Dubai, and our comments are like,
I know.
Yeah. And it's because, as you said, people don't know the person.
Exactly.
So they see a snapshot and they judge.
By the way, even like this is a good example for like people who don't even know you, like face to face, how they could judge you. And also people who know me, like I've met a lot of people who know me from social media, influencers or whatever it is. When I meet them, they're always like, wow, you're so like different. And not different, you are the same on social media and in person, but like I like you more now. Like we talked, I get to know you, I understand you more. So they start liking you because they don't know you like from behind the screens. If you talk to a person, you definitely you're gonna click with them, you're gonna talk. So I do understand the concept of people who just follow you and like see you from a screen, and they could judge you so easily because they see like just a little clip of your life. So it's understandable. It's not right, but it's kind of like, okay.
But would you see as a response to that, you could either show people more, or do you intentionally like want to keep part of your personal life totally personal? Like,
I'm really big on my personal life, to be honest. Like, I love social media, and I do post like a lot. What happens, even like in the old days, my phone was 24/7, like on Snapchat. They saw my whole day, full day, whatever I was doing. But you know, when you grow, like it starts getting like you want your private life a little bit more. So I am big on my private life, but also I do love sharing a lot with people. Like they know the true me. They know like I don't hide anything. I am real. Like whatever I'm going through, sometimes I do show, sometimes I don't. But yeah, it's understandable. People don't want everything on social media to like show. Yeah.
So was there any point of your social media career where you wanted to give up?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. Yes, there was.
No way.
There was. Okay, it was probably 2 times in my life, just 2 times. One was because something really big happened, and I got like attacked a little bit from social media. So I was like, you know what? I've always said if social media is going to be like a negative thing for me, I don't want to be on it because my health is more important to me. But it was solved. Like I took a break for 10 days, like trying to think what I should do about it, how I should go back. Because I wasn't like in the wrong, nothing, I didn't do anything wrong, but it, you know, stuff happens, so people take sides and whatever. So yeah, that was a hard one for me. For 10 days, I was just like, you know what, I just need to get off of this. It was in
What type of an attack was this?
2020. Huh?
What type of an attack?
So it was just like between me and another person. So they all like stood with the other person. So I got like attacked from the whole region. Yeah, so it went on for a while. But then everything was good. Everything got solved. Everything was calm. Yeah. And I went back like even better.
So do you believe in cancel culture? Because I feel like content creators and artists, they face this threat of cancel culture all the time.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, if they're in the wrong and it's like on social media, people will see it and they will like change their mind about you. But yeah, I do believe in that. Yeah.
So do you support cancel culture?
Do I support it? No, I do believe everybody deserves like a second chance. We're people, you know.
Yeah.
Like just the way that you like off social media, sometimes you're in the wrong for something, or you did something wrong, or by accident. You know, people are people. You know, so if you do it and it goes on social media, it's like. It's even harder because like if you do it if something like happens with you and you do it in public and private, it gets solved between you and that person and everything is fine. A couple of people know about it, it's fine. But when you're on social media and you do something wrong, it's like, okay, here you go, 6 million, enjoy. So no, I don't believe that cancel culture is a good thing. It's okay. People are people.
People are people.
Yeah.
People love hate on social media.
Oh, I was going to say, those 6 million people are lapping it up from their sofas with their food and talking to their friends about someone else's downfall. And then it's yesterday's news. People move on so quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you moved to Dubai maybe a year and a half ago, but you're between Dubai and Jordan.
Yeah.
What is your kind of view on coming here and I guess building a circle and making new friends? Has it been easy for you?
Wow. So Dubai was like a life-changing decision, to be honest. I love Jordan. Everybody knows that Jordan is my like hometown. It's my safe place. But I felt like I needed to go to Dubai to expand more, you know, because Dubai has so much like opportunities and they respect like social media influencers and content creators a lot. They always have these big events, these like very lovely things to like support influencers and content creators and celebrities also. So it was a hard decision, like to leave your hometown and everything to go to Dubai because it's very overwhelming here. It is.
Yeah.
Like, the moment I stepped in, I was like,
fast-paced also.
What am I doing here?
Really?
So yeah, it was kind of hard in the beginning. But the good thing was I moved with a lot of my friends from the Middle East, like from Jordan, I mean. My manager, my best friend, I lived with my best friend. So it was a little bit easier on me. But yeah, and to answer your question, Dubai was very welcoming. Like the people here, the influencers. I already like had friends from Dubai because I used to always come and go back. So when I was here, everybody was like, "Yay, you moved finally! Like we can't wait." So everybody was so lovely, to be honest. When I came here, Dubai is just a loving place. I love
Have
it.
you attended the 1 billion summit?
Of course, I was a speaker.
Oh, you were a speaker.
Yeah.
So you have your 10-year visa?
You have a 10-year
I
visa.
had that before 1 million. Yeah, I got it a year ago.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you consider the social media as a full-time career, or would you expand to something else later in the future?
I do believe that social media could be a full-time career, but for me, like it's never enough for me. Like I always want to do more. I always want to do like something bigger. So I am, of course, I will open my own brand, hopefully.
In what?
Let's keep that a secret.
Oh, I can see it's going to be something stylish. Like you've got so many cool style elements. Like I'm
it has something to do with me, yes, in general. But yeah, business-wise, definitely, I will go there. Also, acting. I love acting. So I am like expanding in a couple of other places, but social media would always be like the base.
So exciting. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Before you leave us, one piece of advice for content creators who want to post their first video, but they're nervous of the backlash, they're nervous of what their friends think, they're nervous of what their family think, but they want your career.
Listen, you have to start somewhere. Like you need to accept that people will love you, will not hate you, but have like different opinions on you. Just accept it. When you accept it and you like love what you're doing, it's gonna go. You believe me, you're gonna have the tough skin, you're like gonna go through it, it's gonna be fine. And the most important thing, don't start on social media with a mindset that you wanna make money and that you wanna get famous. Like when somebody starts on social media for those two reasons, people will like see it like that. They will see that, okay, I get what you want, so bye, I don't want to watch. But when you do it for content, because you love like the content you wanna post, you're gonna go viral so big, so bad, because it's gonna show how much passion you want, like how much passion you're putting into your videos and how bad you want social media. So do it with passion.
So true. You can eke out that unauthenticity, right? I think so. Raghda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That was a lot of fun. We really appreciate your time. Like you must.
Thank you, Casey.
And that brings us to the end of the show. We're back here with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.